Morning. Okay, thank you. Ayan. So, good evening everyone. Welcome to our weekly live coaching session. So, I'll be your coach for tonight para sa ating week 5. Ayan. So, congratulations, no? Nasa week 5 na po tayo. Sino po dito ang nakakompleto ng ating weekly session? Kindly type me. Let's see. Okay. So, medyo konti lang, no? Ayan. Nasa 79 pa lang pala tayo. Ayan. So, if you happen to know someone, yung mga AC mates ninyo, baka nakaligtaan nila na mag-attend ang ating weekly session. So, kindly message them, no? To join us tonight. I'm sure hindi naman masyado mahaba yung ating session. Okay? So, our week 5 discussion is all about discovery call. Okay. Yes, yung week 1, no? Yun yung time na may bagyo. Okay. So anyway, congratulate yourself, guys, kasi umabot na tayo sa week 5. Ayan. So, as mentioned ni Miss Sam, yung attendance sheet at the end of our session na po. Okay? Okay. So, tonight, we will discuss about discovery call and its process. Okay. So last week, na-discuss na po natin, no, yung bookkeeping blueprint. Ayan. So let's have a summary first before we proceed. So before we start reaching out to our prospects, so yung gagawin po natin, i-ready po natin yung ating profile. So at least you have your target market, your offer statement, and then you have your best picture sa ating profile. So you can start optimizing your Facebook, may it be your personal account or your Facebook page. And aside from that, ang inyo pong LinkedIn profile. Okay? So marami din kasi kayong makikitang prospect po, no? Inside LinkedIn. And then include also the online job sites. Okay. So we have, kung meron kayong account sa onlinejobs.ph or Upwork, ayan. So start optimizing your profile. Okay. So once na na-optimize yung profile, then ready na po tayo mag-reach out sa ating prospect. So for the starter, ayan, no, at least meron tayong top 3 na target market na i-consider natin. Okay? Kung halimbawa, kung hindi man naging okay yung top 1 natin, then we can proceed with our number 2 target market. Okay? So, kaya nga mas okay na at least meron na tayong na-research in advance, no? Yung top 3 na target market. Okay? So, once na okay ng lahat, we can start to reach out to our prospect. So, we do the client getting process. So we send connection request. We do some value postings, inbound and outbound marketing. So yung inbound marketing, it's all about you are attracting your prospects. So pwedeng you do it by posting social media posts using our Facebook, our LinkedIn, or kung meron kayong website, you can do your blogging. So you attract your prospects by posting yung mga pains, challenges ng target market mo, and how are you going to help them solve their problems. Okay? And then the outbound marketing, it's all about reaching out to them. So tayo yung nag-reach out sa kanila. So by sending connection request, building rapport, hanggang sa ma-invite na natin sila for the discovery call. Okay? So this will be our topic for tonight, the discovery call and its process. So remember itong discovery call process. Okay, so this is one of the most important parts in our online bookkeeping business, no? Hindi lamang yung maglaland lang tayo ng online clients, but also to build long-term trust. Ayan. Kasi sa discovery call, we happen to meet our prospect face-to-face. Kahit online lang yan, kahit naka-Zoom, Google Meet ba yan? Okay? So, dyan na kayo magsa-start ng inyong warm conversation. Okay. So, to discuss this process, our goal here sa discovery call is to know if both of you and the prospect are a good fit. Okay. So, bago tayo mag-continue, meron na ba ditong nakapag-discovery call na? Kindly type yes kung meron na. I think wala pa, no? Ayun, si Miss Shian. Okay. So, nakapag-try na siyang mag-discovery call. So, I'm sure may mga learning experience tayong makukuha, no? Para doon sa first time nating discovery call. Okay? So, in this discovery call, eto lang yung ating tatandaan, no? So, we are not selling here. So, the purpose of doing the discovery call is to uncover kung ano yung problems or challenges ng ating prospect. Okay, so we are not here to sell, but to diagnose the client's pain and problem. Okay, so we are not closing any sale here yet. So we just want to get his pains and partially diagnose. So ang ginagawa natin dito sa discovery call, we just want to build trust. And aside from that, it will position you as an authority. And it also sets a foundation for the proposal. So parang i-consider lang natin si discovery call as a doctor's checkup. Ayan. Okay, so parang inaalam pa natin, inuungkat pa natin, ano ba talagang totoong problema ng ating prospect. So here, we don't prescribe medicine or we don't prescribe agad-agad the solution before diagnosing the problem of or the true problem of the client. So in the same way, hindi din tayo mag-o-offer dito ng ating services before we truly and fully understand ano ba talaga yung pangangailangan ni client. Okay? So, to listen and let the prospect do the talking. So, most of the time, listening lang ang gagawin natin. Okay? So, let the prospect talk, let the prospect share ano yung kanilang mga issues, mga pains, and problems. So, remember, hindi ito yung process na i-offer agad nating services before we uncover truly yung kanyang problema. Okay? So, isa-isahin natin yung parts ng ating discovery call script. Okay. So, before the actual discovery call, pag once na magbubook na sila sa inyong Calendly link, meron na kayong matatanggap niyan sa inyong email. Okay? So, kailan yung schedule, ano yung time. So, syempre, depende yan siya sa availability ninyo. So, you have to structure first your schedule. Okay, so ano bang gagamitin nyo? Calendly ba? Book a call? So, marami pong apps, no? Okay, so you can start using Calendly. So, may free version naman siya. Okay, and then, when you have that schedule na, so i-plot ninyo sa calendar ninyo para ma-remind kayo. And then, be prepared, no? Para doon sa inyong discovery call. So, once na ma-receive na ninyo, so you can send email kay prospect ano yung magiging Zoom link. So, if you're going to use the Zoom link or the Google Meet, ayan. So, para ma-inform na siya na ito yung Zoom link na gagamitin ninyo para sa discovery call. Okay? So, one day before sa discovery call, you email your prospect for the follow-up, of course, no? Para kung may mga unforeseen events man, makapag-reply si prospect na hindi siya makarating or pwede ba natin ito ma-reschedule. Okay? And then 1 hour before, 30 minutes before, you send follow-up to your prospect. So follow-up lang po ang gagawin natin for the said schedule para sa ating discovery call. Okay? So yun yung mga process na gawin natin. So send the Zoom link, the Google Meet link, email for follow-ups 1 day before, 1 hour, and then 30 minutes. Okay? So, hoping na maging excited kayo no, pag dumating na yung time na magka-discovery call na kayo. And then, you also jot down ano yung mga natutunan ninyo pag nagkaroon na kayo ng first discovery call ninyo. Okay, so you make also some evaluation. Now, for the first part, okay, so dito, we do the small talk. It's a matter of doing rapport, okay? You and the prospect doing the small talk. So this is to warm up the conversation. So syempre, first time yung nagkita online, no? Ano yung itsura ng prospect mo? Minsan kasi magkaiba yung mukha niya doon sa picture versus sa personal, no? May mga ganun na instances. Yun pala ano tawag nito, yung sa actual call niyo, mas gwapo pala siya or mas maganda pala siya, okay? So, before the formal convo, ano muna, warm up niyo muna ang conversation. So, pwedeng, hey, is this John? Okay, John, how's your week? How's your day going? Okay, so where are you from? Or how's the weather? Or how's your family? So, yan, no? Simple talk, small talk lang. So, yung engagement tip natin dito, smile, and then keep it light. Huwag lang masyadong seryoso. Okay? So, yun lang yung mga usual na tinatanong natin. So, just to warm up the conversation, kasi it's your first time. Ayan, mag-face-to-face kayo, although it's purely online lang naman, no? May it be Zoom or Google Meet, pwede. Okay? Now, on part 2, so take control of the call. Now, kung napapansin nyo dito sa part 1, after ninyong i-warm up yung initial convo ninyo, okay? So, eto na yung sasabihin mo, awesome. So, if you're ready, then can we go ahead and get started? So, syempre, yung prospect mo, magsasabi na yan siya, okay, yes, we can get started. So, eto, you will be the one na magsasabi nito. Okay, let's start. So, I just want to let you know that at the end of the call, you've gotten clarity and value. Okay. So, dito, sinasabi na natin kung ano yung ating i-expect kay prospect and at the same time, ano yung expectations ni prospect sa'yo. Okay? So, I have a few questions for you to get some information about your business and some a bit personal. But we are just going to get the important information to know where you are at and what you need help with and whether I can help you or not. So, sinasabi mo dito, aside from the expectations, you want to get some information, yung sa point A, so that's the present situation, versus doon sa point B, yung inaasahan niya. Okay? So, to know where you are, that is the point A, and B, what you need help with. Ayan. And the purpose of having this discovery call is to determine if you are the right person para makahelp sa kanya or hindi. Okay? So, ayan, kinaklaro mo na sa kanya. Right? So, by telling him na to have that clarity and value of this call, and that you're going to ask questions, may it be personal about business, in order to understand and to uncover the process. Okay? Ayan. So, pagkatapos mo sabihin, pina-confirm mo sa kanya kung naintindihan niya yan. Sounds good? So, i-wait lang natin na mag-reply siya ng yes. Okay? So, ayan. So, dito na yun magsa-start yung formal conversation ninyo. Okay? So, remember, we do most of the listening. So, wag tayong mag-rely doon sa AI na mag-jot down ng notes. Dapat meron ka ring notes sa tabi mo. Kasi towards the end of the call, you're going to summarize ano yung mga nakuha mong information from your prospect. Okay? Gets na? So, yan yung gagawin natin. So, eto yung magiging flow, no? So, you should get a yes from them. So, you just have to wait. Pero kung if your prospect is trying to assert their dominance, okay, so pwede mo na ring i-end yung call, no? Ayan. Kung hindi niya naintindihan yung main reason on having this conversation, this discovery call. Okay? So, para hindi din yun masayang yung time. Kasi may mga ibang prospect, iba pala yung pagkaintindi nila. Ayan. Okay? So, may mga ganun, no? May mga ganun na situation. So, that's why, before starting the serious conversation, we want to make clear doon sa prospect ano yung expectation natin, ano yung pwedeng i-expect ng prospect sa atin. So, ayun, no? Sinabi na natin na both personal and business questions just to uncover the whole situation. Okay? Now, so after mong maitanong sa kanya, ayan, so eto na yung magiging reply niya, great. Ayan. So pag nag-confirm na siya na okay sa kanya, so this will be your next process. Okay? That's getting their pains. Ayan. So, what is it that motivated you to take time out of your day to schedule a call with me? Ayan. So, kumbaga pa, ano yung naging reason kung bakit nakipag-schedule ka sa akin to have this call? Okay, so here, you get them to qualify why they wanted to talk with you and get the ball rolling on identifying their pains. Ayan. Kumbaga pa, why me, why now? Okay? So, what motivated you to schedule this call with me? So here, we have to listen deeply. You take down notes. And so that's the best way for us to uncover the pain. So ano yung sinabi ko kanina? We do most of the listening. Hayaan nyo si prospect na magsalita. Kasi siya yung star dito. So ina-uncover natin ano ba talaga yung dahilan kung bakit nakipag-call siya sa iyo. Okay? Whether you will be the right person to solve his problem. Okay? So, that's part 3, no? Getting their pain. So, like I said, we do most of the listening. Si prospect ang nagsasalita. Okay? Next is understanding their business and assets. So, unti-unti na nating ina-uncover, okay, yung present situation ni prospect. So, that is awesome. So, thanks for sharing that. So, after na magsalita ni prospect, ay, nag-jot down ka na. Okay, so you're getting information. So, eto naman, pinadagdag pa natin. Okay, so parang nililayer pa natin yung pag-uncover ng kanyang mga pains and problems. So, tell me, what's the problem that you are currently facing? Okay. So, this is the most important part since you will be getting information of their pains and challenges. Ayan. Okay? So, understanding their business and assets. So, kumbaga pa, after nung first layer na sinabi niya, so malamang meron pa talagang kasunod nun. Okay? So, it's like you get more important information regarding dun sa kanyang pains and challenges about sa kanyang business. Okay? So you can also ask here practical questions like anong business type, ano bang apps na ginamit, ayan. Okay? So unti-unti na natin ina-uncover yung problems and challenges ni client. Okay? So do not skip this part. So do not move forward until you uncover the problem. Ayan. So here, people will hesitate to say what the problem is. Just stay on this until they reveal it. So if the answer seems superficial, okay, so the secret is getting deeper by asking enough questions. Okay, so kung halimbawa, yung mga sinasabi niya hindi masyado clear sa atin or may kulang pa na information, ask more questions pa. Okay, para mas lalo nating maintindihan yung kanyang present situation. Kasi may reason yan kung bakit nag-book siya ng call sa'yo. Okay? So, yung sinabi natin na we wanna know the point A and then going to point B. Okay? So, remember, if they don't open up or they are making it harder than it should be, so do not make an offer. Ayan. So, very simple lang. Kasi syempre, yung time mo, very valuable. So, pag mahirap kausapin si prospect, then there's no reason pa, no, para i-continue yung conversation. So, halimbawa, medyo rude siya. Ayan. Okay. So, you can exit naman the convo. Ayan, with thoughtfulness pa rin. Kasi ito ay relationship business. Remember, kahit ano pa yung attitude ni prospect, dapat stay on ground pa rin tayo. Okay? So, relationship, business pa rin. Ayan. So, pwedeng sabihin mo, you know, it actually looks like you don't have a problem at all. So, I thank you for your time and I hope this call is worth your while. Okay? Ayan. So I understand your resistance to sharing that, but to help you get to where you want to go, I need to know what your current situation is. Okay, so eto, direct to the point to. Eto naman, so in-explain mo sa kanya na meron talagang mga parts na medyo resistant si prospect na magsasabi kung ano ba yung totoong nangyari. Okay, but you need to know more about the current situation para mas maintindihan mo. Okay? Para malaman mo rin kung ikaw ba yung tamang tao na makapag-solve sa kanilang problem. Okay? So that's the reason na before you dive in, paalam natin doon sa prospect yung process, yung expectation mo, ano yung in-expect mo rin sa prospect. And at the same time, malaman din ni prospect ano yung pwedeng i-offer niya or ibibigay niya sa iyo. Okay? So, just a matter of confirming, no? Ano yung gagawin mo versus sa ano naman yung gusto mong i-response, no? Or i-respond ni prospect para doon sa iyong mga questions. Okay? Okay, so next is, after giving their pains and challenges, so jot down mo na ano yung mga issues nila. So take note of those important information. Ayan. So, hey, I would like to ask you these questions to get information about your business. Will that be okay? So make sure you get a yes on this part. So you're making the gap more obvious and wider pa. Okay? Kasi you want to uncover pa the layer, no? Yung una-una, pahapyaw lang. Okay? Yung casual convo lang. Then hanggang sa naging serious yung pinag-uusapan. Okay? So, yun nga, sinasabi ko, no, parang hindi agad natin na ipupush agad si prospect. Kaya nga, inuunti-unti nating i-uncover. Okay? Kasi syempre, stranger din yan siya. Right? So, first time yung nagkita, face to face. So, in-explain mo sa kanya yung process para maintindihan niya unti-unti. And this is also a process of building trust. Since both kayo ay stranger, so like I said, hindi naman pwede na bigla-bigla na itatanong agad natin sa kanya. Okay? So, inuunti-unti natin. Para maging comfortable siya na mag-open up. Okay? So, di ba, pag ang tao ay nakakaintindi sa sitwasyon mo, so inuunti-unti niya, hindi yung biglaan agad. Okay? So, yan. So, if you get a yes on this, then, eto na yung magiging next process natin. Okay, so these are some of the questions that you can ask to your prospect. Okay, so these are just some of the sample questions, no? So, do you use cloud-based apps for record keeping? So, do you use QuickBooks? Do you use Xero? Or are you using spreadsheet? May I know the nature of your business? Ayan. So, is it service or are you selling inventory? Is it single proprietor, partnership, LLC, or corporation? Then, how many years is your business operating? Do you have bookkeeper or have you hired a bookkeeper before? Ayan. So, can you give me? So, dito, ayan, no? Parang kumukuha na tayo ng initial assessment doon sa kanyang mga transactions. So, average number of monthly transactions. Okay, John, how many monthly transactions do you have? Do you have at least less than 150? Or less than 200 transactions in a month. Okay, so you are guiding the prospect para magkaroon siya ng idea. Ano yung pwedeng isasagot ko? Okay, Alfie, I have less than 200 transactions a month. Okay, so how many bank accounts do you have? I have one bank account, one checking, one savings account, 2 credit cards. Okay, so aside from that, pwede mo rin siyang itanong, do you have any payment gateways used like PayPal or Stripe? Ayan. Okay? So, pwede natin yan itanong sa kanya. Para at least, dyan pa lang, ma-assess mo na, okay, so ito pala yung mga number of bank accounts, no? Para sa kanyang business. Okay. Do you mix your personal transactions with your business expenses? Ayan. So, merong ibang prospect, no. Ayan. So, merong iba na some instances, they tend to mix their personal transactions with business expenses. Okay. Ayan. So, have you done reconciliation of your books before? Or when was the last time you had reconciliation? So, eto yung mga questions na pwede nating itanong kay prospective client. Ayan. Okay. So, you ask practical questions. May it be apps, nature ng business, ilang years na nag-run ang business, meron na ba silang mga employees? Okay, do you have at least 1 to 10 employees? Ayan, ilang years na ba nag-run? Or do you have an idea how much is your average monthly revenue or yearly revenue? Ayan. Pero mas maganda, no? Yung itanong natin yung monthly revenue. Okay? Ayan. So, bank accounts or credit cards? Or do they use PayPal? Okay? Para doon pa lang ma-assess mo na, okay, so ganito pa pala yung nature ng kanyang business. So, madaming bank accounts, 5 bank accounts, 2 credit cards. Ayan. Okay? At saka malaman mo kung nagbebenta ba sila ng products or goods. Okay? Or purely service lang ba yung ino-offer nila. Okay? Or meron ba silang na-hire na bookkeeper? Yan. Diyan mo na ma-uncover yun pang iba pang areas ng kanilang business, no? O ano pa yung mga issues ng kanilang business. So, pwedeng malaman mo doon na meron pala silang na-hire na bookkeeper before, ganyan. Okay? So, by asking these questions, it will help you fully understand yung kanyang business at assets ng kanyang business. Okay? Kung ano yung present status. Okay? So, ito yung mga sample questions, no? So, asking kung meron silang QuickBooks or Xero ba? or any other app or service ba or trading kanilang nature ng business, anong setup ng business, ilang years, meron na ba silang na-hire na bookkeeper, ayan. So pag etong question na kung meron na silang na-hire na bookkeeper, ayan, pwede nilang sabihin na I've done my own bookkeeping, o nagdi-DIY pala sila, or hindi pa updated yung books. Okay, so pwede mong itanong na when was what do you call this one? Kumbaga pa, kailan ba nag-start yung kanilang business? Okay, when was the last tax return filed? Okay, so pwedeng ganun din yung itatanong mo sa kanila. So these are the guiding questions that you can ask to uncover pa yung present situation ng business ng iyong client. Okay? Ayan. So, unti-unti na natin tinatanong number of transactions. Okay? So, if there is an additional information, just take note. So, eto, meron pa tayong mga karagdagan, no? Like, if it's trading, when was the last actual inventory count? When was the last time you filed tax return? Meron ba kayong cash flow issues? Updated ba accounts payable nyo? Yung accounts receivable? Or aside from that, do you have any other concerns or issues aside from what I mentioned? Yan. So, sinasabi din natin yan, no? Halimbawa, nakuha na natin yung halos lahat ng information dito. Okay? So, malay mo, meron pa palang mga iba pang issue si client na hindi niya pa sinabi based from the questions that you've asked. Okay? So, tatandaan natin itong mga questions na pwede nating ibato kay prospective client. Okay. So, part 5, defining the gap. So, here, pwede nating sabihin kay client, ayan, if we were having this discussion a year from today and you are looking back over the year, what does have to have happened for you to feel happy with your progress? So, ito naman, parang paint the picture, ayan, sa mind ni prospective client. Ano yung gusto niya na mangyari doon sa kanyang business? Okay? Na pwede niyang sabihin sa iyo, no? After a year, ayan, so ano yung maging possible na gustong mangyari mo sa business mo. Okay? Ayan, so that's defining the gap. So if you're having this conversation a year from now, what has to have happened for you to feel happy with your progress? Okay? So parang kino-connect na natin. Ito yung point A niya, ito yung point B. So, this is the point B. So, ano yung ini-expect na gusto niya mangyari doon sa kanyang business. Okay? So, this is defining the gap. Okay? So, asking this puts their mind on an end result. And it will also define their gap for them. So, from point A going to point B. So, this is much more powerful if they are the ones who will realize that they need help. Okay? So, pag tinanong natin yan, you are helping them realize, no? Ano yung gustong-gusto nila na mangyari doon sa kanilang business. Okay? So, kaya napaka-importante din na ibato din natin sa kanila yung mga ganitong questions. Because we are helping them realize na kailangan nila tayo. Okay? If ever na we are the right person to solve their problem. Okay? Lalong-lalo pag nalaman natin kung ano yung kanilang expectation, no? Ano yung kanilang point B. Okay, from point A, this the current situation going to point B. Okay? So this is defining the gap. Okay? Okay, kung nakasunod pa tayo, kindly type 5. Ayan. So, thank you. So, yung mga questions natin, ayan, sasagutan natin yan mamaya. Okay? So, to continue, ayan. So, part 6 naman, making the gap obvious. Okay? So, eto naman, dahil pinaalam mo na sa kanya, eto yung point A mo, eto yung present situation, eto naman yung point B, eto naman yung gusto mo mangyari sa business. Here, we are making the gap obvious. So, after you got the information, yung na-jot down mo na yung mga importanteng information, okay? So, parang nagbibigay ka na ng initial diagnosis, okay? Based on what they mentioned. So, you are also confirming them or letting them confirm kung tama ba yung nakuha mong information. Example, okay, John, you've mentioned that your business is running already for 3 years and that you have 2 bank accounts, 1 credit card, 1 PayPal. You have at least less than 150 transactions per month, and you've mentioned that you have average monthly revenue of $25,000 per month, okay? Or $25,000 monthly revenue. Ayan, so sinasabi mo na yung mga information na nakuha mo sa kanya, okay? And then, at the last, is that right? So, pina-confirm mo sa kanya kung tama yung information na nakuha mo, okay? So, that's making the gap obvious. So, by doing that one, guys, kumbaga pinapasabi mo yan sa prospect mo na you are really listening. You want to get the most important part dun sa mga information na binigay niya. You want to truly and fully understand yung kanyang business. Okay? So, ikaw ay nakinig, naintindihan mo siya, kaya pinapa-confirm mo kung ano yung data na nakuha mo galing sa kanya. Okay? Ayan. So, pinasummarize mo by telling it to him. Okay? So, given everything you've told me, ito na yung mga nakuha kong information, number of years, last tax return filed was last 2023. Okay, and then you've mentioned that you've hired a bookkeeper before, pero ngayon wala na, nawala yung bookkeeper mo, ganyan-ganyan. Okay, and that presently you are doing your own bookkeeping. Okay, so ayan, nire-review mo na, no? Pina-recall mo na sa kanya. Okay, is that right, John? Okay, so syempre mag-confirm siya. Okay? So here, no, pinapa-confirm mo kay prospect kung tama yung information na nakuha mo sa kanya. So like I said, almost sa process ng discovery call, listening mode lang tayo. Okay? And then si prospect ay siya lang yung laging nagsasalita. Okay? So kasi tayo, it's more on getting the information and trying to understand the whole picture of his business. Okay? Okay. So even if you have tried your best to make them see the gap, it's not enough that they know it. So you have to put it out there and let them know that you know it too. So this is where the notes you've taken from parts 3 to 5 that will be very useful. So that's why dito, pina-recall natin ano yung mga nakuha nating information sa kanya. Okay? And then dyan na rin malaman na seryoso ka sa ginagawa mo. Na you are an expert in this field. Kasi after getting information, ayan, pina-confirm mo sa kanya kung tama yung information. So, dyan niya rin ma-assess na you're really listening. So, nakuha ninyo? Okay. So, kaya nga, wag lang tayo mag-rely doon sa mga AI note taker. So, if possible, I should have your notes. So, that's the reason now we have to take notes doon sa mga sinasabi ni prospect. Kasi, pag sinusulat mo yan, mas lalo yan mag-register sa brain mo. Right? So, napansin ninyo? Katulad nung isang friend ko, hindi niya daw masyado naintindihan yung accounting. Pero habang sinusulat niya yung mga terms, nagtitake siya ng notes, mas lalo niyang naiintindihan. Okay? So, na-feel nyo rin ba yon pag sinusulat nyo? Okay? Ayan. So, whatever the data or information na nakuha nyo kay prospect, yan, sasabihin ninyo yan dito sa part. Okay? So, you summarize. Okay. Okay, in this part, nasa part 7 na tayo. Making the gap wider. So, ito naman, after telling to your prospect, ito yung mga information na nakuha mo at pinakonfirm mo sa kanya. Ito naman, tanong mo naman to sa kanya. Okay, so did you try something in the past to fix this? Ayan. May ginawa ka ba before? Then nakita mo na ganito yung problem. Meron ka bang ginawa para i-fix ito? Okay, so what are the ways you're thinking about to solve this problem? Ayan. Okay, so pwede niya sabihin na, nag-hire kami ng bookkeeper. Nakita namin na ganitong problem. Now, kung nag-hire sila ng bookkeeper, pwede mo rin silang itanong, okay, kamusta naman yung performance ng na-hire ninyo na bookkeeper? Okay. Kasi pag malaman natin yung performance ng bookkeeper na hinire nila, okay, so this will also serve as your reference point, okay, yung benchmark. So pwede kasi yan nila ma-compare yung performance nung na-hire nila na bookkeeper versus doon sa current na kukunin nila. Okay? So, magkakaroon sila ng comparison. Okay? So, highlight what didn't work. Like, you are positioning yourself as the missing piece. Parang ikaw yung pinakasagot doon sa problema. Okay? So, by asking these questions, you are also leading to their minds na meron ba silang ginawa dun sa problem. Parang maisip nila na, o nga no, may nagawa ba ako? May ginawa ba ako sa ganito na situation dahil nakita ko na problem ito? Ayan. Okay? So, if they hire someone, ayan, tanungin din ninyo kung ano yung naging performance doong na-hire nila. Okay? So, that will serve as a reference point. So, like I said, highlight what didn't work, like positioning yourself as the missing piece. Okay? Ayan. So, making the gap wider. Okay? So if they tried everything and nothing worked, they'll realize how wide the gap actually is. So this is also to get them to realize that they don't know how to solve the problem themselves. So they need someone with your expertise. Okay? So by throwing this a question, ayan, balik tayo. Did you try something in the past to fix this? So what are the ways you're thinking about to solve this problem? Ayan, nililid mo sila kung meron ba silang ginawa. Okay? Na pwede nilang makonsider na, siguro, baka si Alfie na itong makakatulong sa amin na makapag-solve ng aming problem. Okay. Ayan, no? That's making the gap wider. Okay? So, like I said, hindi pa natin kinuklose ang sale dito. Okay? So, we still do the listening mode. And si prospect, they do most of the talking. Okay? So, tayo yung nakikinig, tayo yung kumukuha ng important information. Okay? Okay. So, dito naman na part, no? Close the call. So, ayan, no? After getting the important information. So, I see. Thanks for sharing all those valuable details with me. And I'm really glad to have this talk to you. Ayan. You thank them. And then, aside from that, you also tell them ano yung mga tailored plan mo after the call. Like, you're going to ask for the access and then audit the books and then send the non-disclosure agreement. Okay? So, dito na part natin yan siya sasabihin. Ayan. So, towards the end of the call, no? So, okay, John, what I'm going to do for you is to ask for an access to your online software. So, let's say, gumagamit siya ng QuickBooks or Xero. Okay? Tapos, sinasabi mo sa kanya na kailangan ko ng access ng QuickBooks mo kasi I'm going to perform an audit walkthrough inside to see the true picture of your books. Now, I'm going to send you an NDA, so that is non-disclosure agreement, and have it signed for the confidentiality of the data. So this is also security on the part of your prospect. Ayan. Para maging confident din siya na i-share yung access ng books. So after that, I will send you the results of my audit walkthrough together with the audit findings and recommendations, together with the plan of actions through the proposal. Okay? So, by telling to your prospect, ano yung next process? Yan. So, magkakaroon na siya ng understanding ng iyong SOP. Okay? Na bibigyan mo siya ng access and then magpapadala na siya ng NDA. Okay? And then, ikaw yung mag-audit ng kanyang books para makakuha siya ng findings. And that from those findings, makagawa na siya ng proposal. Okay? So if possible, you can give here or give him a, what you call this one, yung tentative na timetable. Okay, let's say, after you've given me access, at least give me 2 days. Pwedeng ganyan. Give me 2 days to give you the proposal together with the strategies, the timetable, and then let's have a second call to discuss the proposal together with the pricing. Okay? So, hindi pa tayo dito nag-close ng call. So, you're making your prospective client aware of your next step. That you're asking for an access, you're going to give the NDA, plus the audit findings and the proposal. Okay? So, yan yung ating ipapaalam sa ating prospect, no? Ano yung magiging next process. Okay? So, this is towards the end of the call. So, nasa sa atin na yan kung ilang araw from the day na binigay yung access, kung pwede mo ibigay yung proposal. So, more or less sa akin kasi, pag halimbawa, kinabukasan, binigay agad yung access. Okay? So, at least 2 days yung gap bago ko email sa kanya ano yung mga initial findings and plan of actions, no? Yung proposal. So, you book again for another call to discuss the proposal. So, syempre, pag nagkaroon na kayo ng second call, okay, so you tell John or you tell him ano yung mga findings mo during your audit. And then what will be your strategies, ano yung plan of action mo, ano yung timetable mo dun sa yung proposal. So that will be the second call. So after nung discovery call, magkakaroon pa kayo ng second call to discuss the proposal and the pricing. Okay, so yun yung importante. Kailangan yung mapag-usapan yung pricing na face-to-face. Okay, so Zoom ba yan or Google Meet para if ever merong mga objections or negotiation, right there and then ma-address agad siya. Okay, so rather than after mo mabigay yung proposal, wala ka nang marinig kay prospect. Okay, so yan yung ating gagawin sa kay prospect. So, you tell him your next step. And then, pag naintindihan niya, then, ipa-confirm mo sa kanya kung naintindihan niya yung next process mo. Okay? So, I will outline the detailed strategy, the time required to complete it. Ayan, deliverables, no? to accomplish all the goals you've shared with me today together with the investment. Okay, so we will have another call about the proposal. So what's your targeted date? Yan. So nasa sa iyo na yan, no? 2 days ba after ng access na inaibigay? Pwede din. Okay? And let me know if you have any questions about that plan. So, eto na part, papakonfirm mo na sa kanya, no? Kung naintindihan niya yung process mo. How does that sound? Okay? Okay, Alfie, I understand. O, ganyan. So, you have to wait for the reply to confirm na naintindihan niya yung process. Okay? So, like I said, hindi pa tayo dito nag-close ng call. So, hindi pa natapos. Kasi mag-audit pa tayo, hingi pa tayo ng access, and then mag-audit tayo, and then from audit findings, that will be the basis ng scope of work natin and our proposal. Okay. So, hanggat hindi natin nabuksan yung books, superficial pa yung ating assessment. Kasi may mga instances yan, guys, na minsan sinasabi nila dalawa yung bank accounts, pero pagtingin mo doon sa books nila, hindi pala dalawa, 5, 3, 4, ganon. Okay? So, may mga instances na nangyayari yan. Okay? So, that's why etong discovery call, parang nagkaroon lang tayo ng initial assessment doon sa kanilang books, no? Okay. So, remember, importante na ma-audit yung books nila. Kasi ito yung basis ng scope of work. Ito din ang maging basis ng pricing ninyo. Okay? So, kaya kailangan talaga nating i-check yung books. So, security din yun sa part natin kasi para malaman natin kung yung pricing ba natin ay akma doon sa magiging work sa kanila. Okay? So, mahirap kasi yung magbibigay tayo ng price, wala tayong basis. Okay, parang kinuha lang natin sa hangin, no? Bigla lang tayo nag-decide ganito yung pricing mo. Anong basis mo? So, mahirap yun. Okay? Kaya nga kailangan na i-check natin yung kanilang books. Okay? Before sending the proposal and discussing the investment part o yung pricing. Okay, so that's the process. Okay, so towards the end, after na mag-confirm ni prospect na naintindihan na niya, okay, so anyway, it was really nice talking to you and I'm looking forward to sending you the strategies I've planned for you and talk soon. Ayan. So okay na, nag-bye na kayo. So, this is where you bring it home by not even being excited to close them. So, like I mentioned, hindi pa ito closing the sale. Wala pa tayo doon. So, it's a initial assessment of the present situation of your client's business. So, in fact, you won't even mention what you do or what you can help them with. Unless pag nabuksan na natin yung books nila, doon na natin malaman kung ano ba talaga yung totoong picture. Okay, malay mo pala, yung bank accounts na mention niya, ito pala yung doon sa QuickBooks. Nakita mo na instead na 2, 5 pala. Okay, so maraming mga ganun na scenario. So, to be safe on your part, you have to check the books before giving the proposal and the pricing. Okay? So, then, yan. So, as a starter, do not pressure yourself to close on the call. Kasi sa call na ito, hindi naman talaga tayo nagko-close doon sa prospect natin. Right? Yan. So, you practice through mock calls. So, since you have your accountability or your AC mates, ayan, may groupings kayo. So, I'm sure naman na meron na kayong mga ka-close ninyo or kaklase ninyo sa loob ng inyong groups. You can pair with your classmate or your AC mates or your group mates and then practice the full flow. Ikaw yung client and then siya yung bookkeeper. Ganon, no? Magsalitan kayo. And then, may 30 minutes free naman si Zoom, you record yourself and then you listen back. Ayan. O, para malaman mo rin, no? Ano yung, para ma-assess mo rin na ano yung mga areas na dapat i-improve mo. Kasi mas maganda na pinaghandaan mo yon. Okay? Para malaman mo na ano pa yung mga areas na kailangan mong i-change or baguhin. Ayan, i-improve. Okay? Then, listen back. So, pwede ka rin mag-ask ng feedback dun sa kasama mo. Okay, so, do I feel nervous? Malalaman ba sa boses ko? Ayan, ano ba yung kulang ko? Okay, lalong-lalo na pag nakapag-record kayo, no? Ayan. Okay, so you record yourself and listen back. So, manghanap kayo ng mga ka-close ninyo sa grupo ninyo. So, every call, it makes you smoother. So, ika nga, the more you practice, ayan, mas lalo kang nahahasa. At mas lalo mong naintindihan yung parts ng discovery call. Okay, anong reason, bakit natin to sinasabi, ganyan-ganyan, no? Bakit natin tinatanong sa ating prospect. So, mas maganda, bago mangyari yung actual discovery call, nakapag mock calls na kayo. Okay? So, eto nga, no? Practice makes it perfect. Para during the discovery call, confident ka na. Okay? So, yung mga basic, yan, you pair with your AC mates or your group mates. And then, discuss, understand the full flow. Ang isa client, halimbawa, yung kasama mo, client, ikaw yung bookkeeper. Ayan. Tapos, after nyong magawa yung process, salita na naman kayo. Okay? Ikaw naman yung client, siya naman yung bookkeeper. And then, you evaluate. And practice. So, that's the only way that you are going to do it. Kasi napaka-importante nito. Na? So, alam ko naman na yung iba, ayan, first time, yes, lahat naman po, first time. Diyan din po ako nag-start, first time. Okay, so yung first call ko nga, wala pa nga akong practice noon, pero wala akong magawa kasi ano na, nag-discovery call na agad. So, sinasabi ko na sarili ko, okay, practice lang to. So, syempre, yung mga first time ninyo, may mga parts dyan na hindi ninyo makakalimutan. Yung mga mali nyo, ayan. So, at least you have tried, no? And then, in-evaluate mo kung saang area that needs improvement. Okay? So, ayan, mauutal kayo, magsa-stutter, it's okay. Very natural lang yan, guys. Darating kayo sa point na hindi na kayo titingin sa inyong script kasi kabisado na ninyo. Okay? Parang maging natural na lang siya sa inyo. Lalong-lalo pag nagsunod-sunod yung discovery call. Parang hindi na maging big deal sa inyo. Okay lang talaga yan. Pagdaanan talaga yan natin. That's part of the process. Kasi dyan din kami nag-start. Okay? So, mali-maling English, okay lang yan. So, at least malalaman mo na kung saang part ang i-improve mo. Okay? So, remember, hindi naman masyado conscious yung mga prospect. Ang importante lang, you should show up during that call. Okay, may nakausap ako, no, na estudyante. Coach, takot na takot talaga ako sa discovery call kasi every time daw ay mag-book sa kanya sa Calendly, hindi niya sinisipot. Sabi ko, sayang naman yun. Kasi baka yun na yung magiging client mo. Okay? So, naunahan na ng takot. Okay lang yan, no? Do it anyway. Do it with fear. Kasi you will never know the other side unless na harapin mo siya. Okay? So, it's part of the process. Then later, magiging natural na yan sa inyo. So, hindi na kayo titingin doon sa script. Okay? So, you practice through mock calls. Yan, pagtatawanan nyo na lang yung mga kamalian nyo, no? Maalala ninyo yan. Kasi, ganyan ako dati, no? Ako nga, ano yun eh, may panelist pa yun talaga yung time, no? Yung first discovery call ko. Tapos madaling araw, nagising pa ako ng 3 o'clock. Tapos, syempre, sa umaga, meron pa akong work. Okay. Kumbaga pa sinuon ko siya kahit hindi ko pa memorize yung yung structure ng discovery call. So, alam niyo ba yung nagawa ko during that time? Puro lang ako yes. Yes, no. So, wala na akong ibang reply. So, yun nga, no? Nagka-stutter, nautal. So, after ng call, hi, ganito pala yun. So, okay lang. At least may natutunan ka. May mga bagay na pagtawanan mo na lang. Ayan, mga mali mo. Okay? Dahil pinagdaanan mo. So, later on, ayan, dala-dala mo yung mga lessons. Ano yung mga parts pang i-improve mo. So, habang katagalan, magiging normal na lang yan. Dahil part na siya ng process mo. Okay? Kaya napaka-importante na you practice in advance. So, you have your AC mates. There's no reason na para hindi kayo mag-practice. Okay? So, wag niyo lang masyadong i-pressure yung sarili. Ang importante lang, yan, may experience ninyo, malagpasan nyo yan, then later, maging natural na lang yan sa inyo. Okay? So, don't aim to close, aim to connect. Ayan. If you have the well-structured discovery call, it will leave your client feeling understood. Ayan. So, that will naturally lead to a proposal and then eventually, makuklose mo yung client. Okay, so remember, discovery call, hindi pa tayo dito nagko-close ng sale. Okay? So, doon na pag na-discuss na ninyo yung proposal together with the pricing. Okay? So, doon na natin anuhin si client, no? Kasi, etong discovery call, it's like having an initial assessment of his pains and problems. Okay? So, ayan. So, that's the process of the discovery call. From Evayan. Evayan ba ito? Pag-mention. Is it the prospect who initiates? Tayo yung nagpapadala ng calendar link and then the prospect will book the call. Okay? So as I mentioned, tayo yung may control sa call. Okay? Kasi tayo yung nagpadala sa kanila. So we do most of the interviewing. And then si prospect ang yung do the talking. Ano pa usually personal need natin itanong during discovery call? So usually, yung tinatanong natin, like, kung meron ba siyang mga business, aside pa doon sa kanyang existing na business, pwedeng ganon. Or, like, pwede namang yung sabihin natin, minimix ba niya yung kanyang personal transactions with the business transaction? Okay. But most of the time, yung mga tinatanong natin sa kanila ay it's more on the business side. Okay? So, kasi syempre, ano pa lang yan eh. First meet up nyo pa lang yun, no? Okay. Sample sa mga commonly asked questions, yan, pinakita na natin kanina. And aside from that, nasa script po natin yan, no? Inside the student portal. So, meron tayong sample script niyan. Okay? Yes, meron tayo niyan, no? Yung ating script. Okay, so check po ninyo sa student portal. Okay, so that's part of the client getting process. Yes, yes. Pwede, Ella. Pwede natin yan siyang itanong, no? Para malaman natin. Kahit doon pa lang, malaman na natin na pag sinabi niyang last tax return filed was 2023, oops. So, ibig sabihin pala, hindi pala updated yung books niya 2024 kasi hindi pa sila nakapag-file. Okay? So, doon pa lang, meron na tayong initial assessment. Okay? Yes, yung audit walkthrough natin, free service natin ito. Kasi syempre, gusto natin na makuha yung loob ni prospect. Okay, that's why we're offering a free audit walkthrough. Then later on, kung maging expert na kayo nito, you can also push having it paid na. Okay? Can we partner also with RTL for the mock calls? So, pwede naman siguro, ayan, ano na kayo, ask ng permission kay TL ninyo. Okay? Ayan, wag daw kalimutan mag-smile. Yes, kasi it will lighten the mood. Okay, pag lalo ka, kumbaga pa kung ikaw yung nagsasmile, ayan, parang feel at home mo na si prospect. Remember, etong business natin, this is a relationship business. Kasi pag nagsasmile ka, magiging comfortable yung prospect mo, di ba? Parang ikaw na yung nag-initiate, ikaw na yung nag-una doon sa inyong discovery call, right? O kahit na ikaw, kung nakakita ka ng tao na nagsasmile sa'yo, ayan, feeling mo na comfortable ka sa kanya, feel at home, di ba magaan yung loob mo? Unti-unti, nabibuild yung trust mo sa kanya, no? Kahit stranger pa lang, right? Okay. So, kaya nga, mas maganda na mag-practice kayo ng mock calls para makita niyo yung facial expression ninyo. Okay, facial expression mo, facial expression ng kasama mo, ayan. And then after nyo may record yun, evaluate nyo, uy, nakasimangot ako, dapat pala hindi. Ay, hindi ako nag-smile, dapat nag-smile pala ako. Yung mga ganun, no? So, makikita nyo kasi pag naka-record siya. Okay? What to do if meron pong prior years na hindi nakapag-file ng tax return? Then, we have to, pag halimbawa, pag na-check mo na yung books niya, and then you found out na yung sinabi niya na hindi pa nakapag-file ng tax return like 2023, okay, yun yung last na time, then you have to do the clean up and catch up, okay, para makapag-file siya for 2024, okay? Si Xian, yung mga startup business, as in tayo unang bookkeeper, yes, you can also cater dun sa client na gano'n, no? For startups. We need to know, so we need to know the BIR rules and regulations of our prospected country. At least, no? Malalaman niyo yung general tax laws and rules. Let's say, US yung isa-serve niyo or Canada, no? At least, nakapag-scan kayo, okay, not necessary na you have to be a tax expert. At least you have the general knowledge, no? So, yung mga common terms, ayan, kasi before we proceed with tax, syempre, dapat organize yung books. At least, pag meron kang general knowledge doon sa tax laws nila, ayan, maintindihan mo rin yung part ng kanilang business. Okay? So, kaya nga mas maganda talaga na meron tayong focus kung anong country ang pwede nating iserve. Right? Kaysa yung lahat general na lang. O sige, kahit sino na lang yan na prospect, kahit anong country, Canada ba yan, UAE ba yan, o South America ba yan, ganyan, no? Mas maganda na meron kang focus, no? Kung gusto mo US, then go with US. Kung gusto mo si UK or si Canada or si Australia, then you go with that. Para at least kabisado mo, no? Ano yung mga VAT nila, may GST ba, may HST ba, ayan, GST, HST for the Canada, okay. Yung mga ganun, yung mga terms, right? CCA, connect, call, audit, proposal, and paid. So that is a CCA PP process. MISQ, saan to nakuha, Miss Winnie? Okay, so balikan ko lang yung MISQ ha. If the perform na po ang clean up and cash at may kulang sa tax na binayaran, do we need to file another tax return? Eto, kailangan mo tagatang kausapin ang accountant. Okay? Kasi may mga accountant yan yung ating mga prospective client. Okay? So, before we do that, we have to talk first doon sa kanilang accountant. Ayan. Kasi sila yung nagpa-file. May mga tax accountant yan sila. Okay? Kasi sa part natin, we do most of the record keeping, updating their books, categorizing, classifying to its right account, okay? And then, kung meron tayong nakikita mga issue, yan, pwede natin kausapin yung kanilang tax accountant, okay? Kung halimbawa ba, ito bang binayaran nila ngayon, related ba ito prior years, kung ano ba ito, okay? Wala po tayo niyan, no? Taxes sa BSUK and AU. Wala tayo. But you can go with the, for the US, we have IRS. The UK, I'm not sure. Si AU naman ay ATO. Okay. Meron din sa Canada, no? You can search that online. So, kaya nga, mas maganda meron kayong focus sa iisang country. Kasi remember, ang tax laws very broad yan, no? Per country. So, mas maganda, focus muna kayo sa iisang country. So, doon muna kayo magta-target. Let's say, I'm going to focus sa US, okay? And then, ang magiging target market ko ay startups, no? At least nag-operate ng 1 to 2 years or 1 to 3 years, okay? And then, isi-serve ko itong real estate business owners and digital marketing agencies. O, pwedeng ganun, no? And then, only QuickBooks Online. O, at least may focus ka, right? Okay. Yes, i-communicate mo din yun. So, like I said, anything about tax related, you communicate that one to the accountant. So, you can ask your client, no? Halimbawa, naging client mo na siya, then you can ask your client, no? Na kung pwede kausapin mo accountant, bigay mo sa kanya yung feedback, ganyan. SMIQ pala. Okay, the single most important question. Actually, nasa ano yan? Client getting process. Okay? Shortcut ng single most important question. Yes, that's part of the connecting phase, etong SMIQ, wherein we ask the prospect, what's the single most important challenge sa business? Yan. Okay. Pwede po ba na maging freelance? Part talaga siya, yung discovery call. Part C, discovery call, if you're going to do this online bookkeeping business. Okay? Kasi you are in control when, pag dito sa discovery call. Okay? Ikaw kasi yung consultant. Sila yung nagpapakonsulta sa'yo. So, yung example natin kanina, parang nagpapadoktor lang yung ating prospect. Okay? So, ina-assess mo yung kanyang present situation. Ano yung problema, okay, ina-uncover mo unti-unti. Okay, so that's the purpose of having this discovery call. Okay? So, syempre, no, alam ko, natatakot kayo itong discovery call. But, you have to do this. So, like I said, before mangyari itong discovery call, kailangan ninyo siyang i-practice. Okay? At saka kung mangyari na ito at meron nag-book sa inyo, isipin nyo na lang na practice lang ito. Huwag nyo masyadong bigyan ng too much pressure pag dumating ang point or yung time na mag-discovery call. Okay? So, ika nga, pag lagi mo na yan siyang ginagawa, magiging normal na yan, magiging part na yan sa process. And at the same time, it will also increase your confidence. Kailangan mo talagang pagdaanan ang proseso. Walang shortcut. Ayan. Okay? So, ang nagagawa kasi ng discovery call, ikaw yung may control. Unlike kung yung iba, no? Like yung sa normal interview, job interview, napapansin nyo, hindi ikaw yung nagtatanong, sila yung nagtatanong. Iba naman yon. Okay? So, yun kasi, job interview yun. Etong discovery call, it's just like an initial assessment to uncover ano yung mga pains and problems ng prospect mo. Kasi ang pinaka-goal lang ng discovery call ay malalaman mo kung ikaw ba yung tamang tao or hindi para makapag-solve sa kanyang problem. Okay. The only way to beat this nervousness, fears, and doubts, you just have to do it. Yun lang talaga. Okay? Kaya nga, malayo pa man yung mangyari, yung actual na discovery call, pag-practice mo na. Para anytime ready ka na. Okay? So, malalagpasan mo rin yan. Dahil lahat naman yan ay napagdaanan. Okay? Binabalikan po ba ni client if ano itong naghihingi ka ng another 2 to 3 months before I could attend to another DC or red flag na yun sa kanila? Okay, Miss Shian, kindly elaborate this one. So like I said, DC, discovery call, is just an initial assessment to determine if you are the right person or not, or if the client is fit for you to work with. Okay? So, mga-experience kayo yan na sunod-sunod yung discovery call ko. Discovery call nyo, no? In a week, pwedeng 3 yung discovery call nyo. Okay? Or 5, ganyan, no? Maranasan niyo yan. So, habang excuse me, na-experience nyo yan, so you'll be able to evaluate ano pa yung mga areas na dapat i-focus or i-improve ninyo. Okay? How do we introduce for ourselves? Yes, introduce yourself as a freelance bookkeeper. Ayan. Or a virtual bookkeeper. Okay? So you just have to do a small introduction. Kaya nga nag-book sila ng call sa iyo kasi nakita na nila yung profile mo. Okay? Even yung mga prospect, pag nag-book sila ng call, sine-check na yan nila yung profile mo. Kaya nga napaka-importante na i-optimize ninyo yung profile, no? With your best picture, yung best ninyo na cover photo, with your offer statement, your target market, ayan, sine-check na yan nila. Okay? So, ngayon pa lang, pagandahin nyo na yung Facebook page, yan, yung LinkedIn ninyo. Okay? So, para pag nag-invite ka na, yan, i-check nila, sino ba ito? Yan. Okay. So, yan, makikita na nila yung profile mo. Tax paid already. JE once after. Hindi ko yan masagot, Sir Arnel, no? Nag-message po kasi si client but I wasn't confident. Can we... Okay. So, ang ibig sabihin ba, yung discovery call ninyo dati, hindi siya natuloy. Ang tagal naman, after 2 months. Okay. Napakatagal naman, no? Mawala na yan ng gana. Mas maganda na as soon as possible kung kailan okay si client. So, isend mo lang sa kanya yung Calendly link, no? Ang importante lang naman i-assess mo lang man talaga Okay, yung present situation. So, hindi mo na kailangan na i-drag. Masyadong matagal na yung 2 months. Okay? So, kasi habang tumatagal, magbago yung isip ni prospect. So, parang sinasabi mo na you are not prepared, no? Kaya nga, ngayon pa lang, kung sino yung ka-close ninyo sa AC ninyo, pag-practice nyo na. Ayan. So, total, kayo lang naman dalawa Pwede nyo pagtawanan yung mga mali ninyo. Okay lang yan, no? Okay lang yan magkamali. Huwag niyong bigyan ng big deal. Kasi hindi tayo matututo pag hindi tayo nagkamali. Right? Alam niyo ba na pag nagkamali tayo, hindi natin yun nakakalimutan? 'Di ba? And then you get the lesson out from committing it. Ano ba yung mali ko? Ano ba yung dapat i-improve ko? Para next time, hindi ko na ito mauulit. Okay? Yan. So, we just have to push it, do it. Ayan. Tapos, later on, pagkabisado nyo na, pagtatawanan nyo na lang yung experience ninyo. Okay? So, like I said, lahat po, no, nakapag-experience po niyan. So, hindi lang po kayo nag-iisa dyan. So, kahit na po ako, yung first time ko nga, kala ko, kabisado ko na. Pero pag dumating na sa actual, biglang nablangko na yung isip ko. Hindi ko na alam kung ano yung itatanong ko. So, puro lang ko yes or no. Pero, after nun, nalagpasan na yung first discovery call, ayan, naging confident na. Okay? So, ganun talaga yan, basta first time. Okay lang yan. So, importante lang, ngayon pa lang, pag-practice yun na siya. Okay? So, given na you have already your AC mates, so it will be very beneficial in your part to have it with your AC mates, no? Have that mock calls, you record it, you evaluate, para anytime na may mag-book sa inyo, ayan, ready na kayo. Iba kasi yung pinaghandaan mo na. Okay? So, okay ba? Ayan. So, normal lang yan, takot. Normal yung, kumbaga pa, kabahan ka. That's part of the process. Yes, you can also apply for Filipino business owners. No problem with that. Okay? Ayun, no? Si Miss Shian, first DC. Oh, okay lang yan. Oh, friend niya daw, no? It's all about the payroll. Okay? So, importante lang, meron tayong makuhang learnings, no? Out from doing our first discovery call. So, damdamin ninyo yung process ng, or yung parts ng script. Okay? And then you practice it. And then, have it recorded para ma-evaluate ninyo. Okay? So, for our week 6, that will be the audit walkthrough. Ayan, so ipapakita na natin ano ba yung isa-spot natin or checklist, paano natin i-check yung books ng ating prospective client para yun yung magiging guide natin na makapag-formulate ng ating scope of work and then the proposal. Okay? And going to the pricing. Okay, yung pricing session natin, I think we'll have at least 3 to 4 sessions, no? Kasi we will discuss the process, the psychology of pricing, the value-based pricing up to creating what we call this one, packages, ayan, para sa inyong bookkeeping service. Okay? So your discovery call script that is inside the student portal. So during your connecting process, pag magtatanong na yan ng client, okay, Alfie, how much is your charge per hour, ganyan. So that's the time for you to send the Calendly link to book a call to discuss more, okay, about the present status of his business. Ayan. AC, depende yan siya sa, in a year kasi, no, we have 2 batches. So usually, ang AC ninyo ay maglalas ng 8 to 10 weeks, ayan, per batch. Okay. So Marjorie, yung AC schedule, no, pwede niyo yung i-communicate sa admin. Okay? So, depende sa schedule ninyo. Ayan, no? File a ticket via Discord. Okay. So, ayan, no? Mag-week 6 na tayo next week. So, that will be audit walkthrough. Then, after that, the proposal and the pricing, and then the onboarding process. Then, mag-open na rin si LinkedIn Pad for you to start yun bang mag-join sa LinkedIn Pod community. Okay, so if you are ready na to be part of the community, okay, so ipopost lang din yung rules doon, no? Paano mag-join sa ating LinkedIn Pod. So just make sure na ma-optimize din yung profile niyo sa LinkedIn before joining the LinkedIn Pod community. Okay? So, attendance, ayan, Miss Sam, ipapakita na ba yung attendance sheet? Yung link pala.
Hi miss, post ko lang po sa Discord para hindi na po matabunan dito. Under announcement channels and minsan pino-post ko na rin po sa batch 16.
Okay. Ayan. So, don't forget to fill up yung ating attendance sheet. Okay? Para sa ating weekly session, no? For our masterclass training. Okay? So, thank you guys. Sam, do you have any other arrangement? I mean, announcement pala.
Um, Wala na po. For replay, please allow us lang within 24 hours para ma-upload namin. And attendance again sa Discord. And for any concerns, we appreciate if you file a ticket via Discord. Kasi sa EPM nyo po ako or si Miss Rufa directly sa Facebook. Natatabunan po kasi sa sa inbox namin. So mas mabilis namin makita pag nasa Discord ticket siya. Ayun. Miss Rufa, may additional ka pa po?
So medyo marami akong additional guys. Una, alam kong humihirap, hindi siya dumadali yung ating lessons pero, kung mapapansin niyo from week 1, ayan week 5 na tayo ngayon, nandito pa rin tayo. So congratulations, nandiyan ka pa. Pero gentle reminder lang, ako kasi nasa dashboard, okay. So nakikita ko kung view niyo ba, kung ilan lang yung views, sino-sino yung mga nagvo-view, nakikita ko siya. So, nakikita ko via analytics. So, pakigalaw ang baso guys, galaw-galaw tayo kung talagang gusto natin magseryoso when it comes to bookkeeping. Hindi lang kayo matututo sa coaching call every Saturday. Pero talaga yung mga lessons do'n, per lesson sa loob ng student portal. Ayan, if nahihirapan talaga kayo per lesson, okey puwede niyong i-skip o kaya manghingi kayo ng tulong sa TLs. Aware yung mga TLs na tulungan kayo kung anong topic nila per week, 'yan. Some of you nag-zero na, nag-QuickBooks na, nag-optimize na ng profile. So, ano lang din kayo, communicate lang din kayo sa TLs kung saan kayo nahihirapan. And, yun din, yung mga accountability call recordings, 'yan. For example, wala talaga kayo, hindi talaga kaya, I just want to let you know na every week nagpe-prepare sila. Every week din nagte-training sila para sa inyo. So, let's win this battle, ayan. Sabi dun kagabi sa event na na-attendan namin, "You cannot do it alone." Ayan. So, kaya ayan, nandiyan ang TLs, ang coaches, ayan, kaming lahat, ayan. So, 'wag natin sayangin, last week lang din, nagtanggal na rin kami ng mga access kasi aware naman kayo na 1 year lang yung duration niya. So, after 1 year, magre-renew kayo. Tapos last week, nagtanggal talaga kami ng access ng batch 14 kasi due date na nila, kumbaga expire na yung membership nila. And nakakalungkot kasi may mga students na magre-reach out talaga at sasabihin, "Puwede pa po ba ng extension? Kasi po hindi ko pa po nagamit yung course." 'Yan. So, 'wag natin hayaan 'no, na 1 year na hindi niyo pa rin po nagamit, 'yan. As much as possible kung kaya po ng time, gamitin po natin. Ayan, huwag kayong mag-alala, yes, mahirap talaga siya, humihirap, overwhelming, sabi po ng iba sa inyo, ng mga kaklase niyo, "Ay wala pa pong ibang ano, ba't ito lang po yung nakikita ko?" O ngayon po marami na po. So, isa-isahin natin, ayan. tulungan niyo ang inyong mga sarili kasi apart from us na tinutulungan namin kayo, talaga pong kayo po yung tutulong sa inyong sarili. Ayan. So, sana po 'no, makita ko na ginagalaw niyo na po ng mga paunti-unti ang inyong lessons sa portal and very important po talaga na nagso-show up kayo sa AC. Nakikita ko din ma uma nagde-decrease na rin yung attendees ng AC. So, ayun po, sayang po yung mga additional learnings dun and of course yung connections. So, ayun, hindi ko na alam paano ko yung ma-encourage pero yun sana makita ko kayo sa AC and sana makita makita pa rin namin kayo nagso-show up sa lahat ng trainings ni TBSP. Ayun, siguro I will end by saying we are rooting for you. We are supporting you the best way we can. And yeah. See you, future bookkeepers, again, sa real world ng bookkeeping. Sige po, Miss Alfie, I think tapos na ako. And Miss Sam.
Ayun. So thank you, Miss Rufa. Posted na po ang ating attendance link sa Discord. So please don't forget after this call, fill out lang po tayo ng attendance sheet. Okay, so okay na po. Thank you everybody and good night.
See you next Saturday.
Bye guys. Thank you.